Hi friends, welcome to the channel Unshackling Sudokus and Puzzles. Ashish here, and today I'll be covering a Sudoku variant on our channel. So this Sudoku is constructed by Richard Stolk, and I really thank the author for giving me an opportunity to cover a video on our channel. So this Sudoku I have taken from WCPN, an excellent website where you can solve a Sudoku or a puzzle on a daily basis. They daily upload a Sudoku or a puzzle, and they are from one of the best authors around the world. So I would highly recommend you to check the website. And this Sudoku is called Coast Sudoku. So I've heard this name for the first time. It's a really new variant, I think. And Richard is really famous for planning out some new Sudoku variants every time. And he has a Sudoku variant series SVS on LMD. I would highly recommend you check that as well. You'll be able to see some really new exciting variants where you haven't seen anywhere, right? So try to see that as well. And before going to the Sudoku, I would highly recommend you to please subscribe to the channel Unshackling Sudokus and Puzzles if you haven't done so. It will really motivate us to cover videos on regular basis. And if at all you have a request for any Sudoku variant or a puzzle genre, you can let us know in the comment below and we'll surely make a video on it. And now coming back to this Sudoku, so let me explain you. I'll explain you the rules of this Sudoku. You need to place digits from 1 to 9 in each row, each column, and 3 into 3 box without repetition, right? Apart from that, you have some numbers outside the grid, right? There are exactly 2 numbers outside every row except the 4th row, if you see, and that indicates it's like one of the numbers would have to be in the first 3 cells from that direction, right? And the other number would have to be in the last 3 cells from the opposite direction, but they are in the mirrored positions. So for example, if you have the first one of the digits, so any one of the digits would have to be in one of the first 3 cells. Let us assume you have the second cell from the left, then the other digit would have to be second cell from the right from that grid in that particular row. So for example, if you have a 3 in the first cell from the left, then the 7 would have to be in the first cell from the right. If the 2 is third cell from the left, 6 would have to be third cell from the right. Or if 6 is in the third cell from the left, then that's vice versa with the 2. So all the digits here which are outside the grid are mirrored. The digits outside the grid have to be placed in the mirrored position in the first 3 cells from the left and from the right? So you don't know which digit is in the first 3 cells from the left and which is in the right. So let us start solving this Sudoku, a really good variant here, something new here actually. So let's see if we are able to crack this one. So as you can see here, that's a really good start explaining the rules perfectly. You have 1 and 4. So you know that one of the good logic here is that the digits outside the grid, given outside the grid, can never be in this band, right? In these cells. Both 1 and 4 cannot be here, 2 and 6 cannot be here, 3 and 7 cannot be here, because it has to be in the first 3 cells from the left and the right. So you can eliminate all of these cells for these digits, particular digits which are outside the grid. So as you can see here, 1 is already ruled out here. So 1 would have to be in one of these 3 cells, and this is not a 1. So which means 4 has to be in one of these 2 cells, because if 1 is here, 4 would have to be here. You already have a 4 here, so this means this would have to be a 4 and this would have to be a 1. Second cell from left and second cell from the right. So 1 and 4 are done, which means 4 and 4 here would give you a 4 here. You can get a 3 in one of these 2 cells. You can get 6 in one of these 2 cells, which means 2 would have to be here. This cell cannot be a 6, because according to the rules outside, the digits outside the grid are 2 and 6. So if 6 is in one of these 2 cells, 2 would have to be in one of these 2 cells. You already have a 2 here, that's nice. So this is a 2 and that gives you a 6 here, which means 2 is in one of these 2 cells. One is in one of these 2 cells, right? So which means 1 would have to be in one of these 3 cells, not sure. both 2 and 6 cannot be here, so it cannot be here as well. You cannot have a 2 here, which means you cannot have a 6 here. So you can have a 2 here or a 2 6 here. You'll have a 2 6 here or a 6 here for this 2 6. That's quite, tedious process to work on. Let us see something else. One of the 5 and 9s would have to be here. It cannot be here. It cannot be here because you already have a 6 here. So that 5 and 9 would have to be here, and the other 5 and 9 would have to be here. Amazing. So if this is a 5, this would have to be a 9. If this is a 5, this would have to be a 9. Nice. That was a good one actually. 4 and 8. The same thing we can work on. 4 cannot be here. So 4 would have to be in one of these 3 cells. 8 would have to be in one of these 3 cells. You already have an 8 here. So which means you can eliminate 4 also from this cell. Okay. 5 9 is done. Both 6 cannot be here. That's amazing, guys. Both of the cells 6 cannot be here for the 6 9 clue, which means both 6 9 would have to be in these cells, because you already have eliminated these cells which are ruled out. Nice. Amazing. So we are getting pairs here. 1 6 9 3 4 2 5 7 and 8. We can mark that here. 2 5 7 and 8. Both 2 and 8 cannot be here. 7 cannot be here. Can use this also here. 5 9 6 7. 1 2 3 4 and 8. 2 4 1. This is 3 8. 2 3 1 4 8. 3 1 2 4 and 8. You already have 8 in one of these two cells. This cell cannot be an 8. This is a 3 here. You already have a 4 in one of these two cells. This cell cannot be a 4. That is really amazing. Two is in, cannot be here, cannot be here, cannot be here. This cell would have to be 2, which means these 3 cells are 1 4 and 8 in any order. Okay, we are getting somewhere actually. 2 is in one of these two cells now. This cell is not a 2 again. So this cell is not a 2. This cell is not a 2. This cell is not a 2. This is a 2 here, which means 2 is in one of these two cells. Already 2 is in one of these 6 cells. You cannot, as I already said, 2 and 6, 2 cannot be in the middle box. So this is not a 2, this is a 2 now. Nice, that is again good. Okay. What else are we missing here? Come on. One is in one of these two cells. So we know that 4 and 8 would have to be here somewhere. 8 is actually here only. So you cannot have an 8 here. 8 is in one of these two cells. 2 and 6 is done. 5 and 9 is done. 4 and 5. We know that 4 cannot be here. So 4 would have to be in one of these 3 cells. So which means 5 would have to be in one of these 3 cells. 2 cells. So 4 cannot be here. So that eliminates 5 from this cell. This is 7. That's nice again. You have a 3-5 pair here actually now. So this is 1. This is 6 and 9. You have 4 here. You have 4 here. So 4 would have to be in one of these 3 cells. This cell cannot be a 4, so 4 is in one of these two cells. Two cannot be here, 2 cannot be here, or maybe 3, 9, both 3 and 9 cannot be here, so 3 and 9 pair you got. These two cells are 5 and 7 in any order. So 5, 7, 3, 2, 9, 1, 4, 6 and 8. One, 4 and 8. 6 cannot be here, right? Okay. Come on. Oh, 6 cannot be here now. This cell is not a 6, which means this cell is not a 2. So either 2 or one of the 2 or 6 will be here, and that vice versa works here. Okay, this 3 actually gives you a 5 here. I missed out that 5 gives you a 4 here because of the rule that is stated here. That gives you a 4 here, that gives you an 8 here. Amazing. We have got so many things here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5 and 9, right? So this is 9, that is 5. That gives you 5 in one of these two cells. Okay. Sorry. Now 3, 7 is pending here. Oh, so 3, 7 would have to be here and here only, right? So that is amazing. That eliminates 4 from this cell. So this cell would have to be a 4 now. The only place for 4, that gives you 2 is eliminated from here. So the only place for 2 in that row, that gives you a 6 here. Amazing. You have got so many things here now. 7, 8 and 9, 8. This is 7, 9. Oh, 7, 8. 8 is already here. So this is 7. That is 8. That gives you a 5 here and a 7 here. 1, 5, 9. So this is 1, 9 and 1, 5, 9. 3, 7 and a 6. So this is 3, 7 and a 6. That 7 gives you a 3 here. That gives you a 3 here. 9, 8. So 8, 9. 2 and a 7. 5 and a 3. 4. So that has to be 1, 8 in any order. That is a 9 here or a 1 here. That 9 gives you a 9 in one of these two cells. 5, 8 and 9. 5. This is 8 and 9. Oh, 9. 3, 9, right? So that has to be 5, 9 and 5. 1 and 8. So this is 8 and a 1. That gives you a 8 here. 5. Okay, so now we have actually solved this Sudoku. 7, and that would have to be a 7 here. 6, 9 and 2. So this is 2. That is 6. That is 9. That is 6. That is a 9 here. And that gives you a 4 here. That actually gives you a 5 here. That gives you a 3 and a 5 here. That gives you 9 and a 3 here. That gives you 9, 1 and a 6 here. So this is 1 and a 6. That gives you 4, 8, 1 and a 4, 8 and a 1, and the remaining digit is 6 here. That gives you a 8 here. Amazing. What an excellent Sudoku by Richard Stolk. a really new kind of variant. I would rate this as 2.5 stars maybe. It's a really nice variant, purely logical, no way. That is actually, Richard's style. He never uses any logic which is very complicated, or which is, you kind of you can say it's a kind of a bifurcation, or something kind of a trial and error. Never. His Sudokus, his logics are awesome, amazing, purely logical. Every time you don't have to, guess and try to solve his Sudokus. That is what is, famous about his Sudokus. So I really thank Richard for such a wonderful Sudoku. Really enjoyed this one. It was a good one, and I hope you all have enjoyed this video. Do like and comment if you want us to solve any other Sudoku variant or a puzzle genre, and please don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Thank you.